The instructions in this video are for people who have no clue on how to draw a face. Before you draw a face, you need to know how to draw an eye, the nose, and the mouth. Don't worry, I'll be helping you through the video. The important thing that I want you to take away from this is the generic shapes that make up the drawing. Because without these generic shapes at beginner level, your drawing would essentially be inaccurate and would abnormally be asymmetrical. So we'll start off with drawing an eye first before drawing the whole face. So to draw an eye, you need to draw a square first. So draw a square. You can use any tools that you like to draw an accurate square. I'm just going to freehand just to emphasize that as long as the shape looks relatively correct, it'll be fine. Step 2, draw a right angle triangle on the left. Step 3, half the square horizontally. Step 4, draw a triangle on the right and on the left, and then using the line that you draw right in the middle, draw a small circle. This is the pupil, and for the iris you want to draw 3 times the size of the pupil, or 4 if it still looks a bit small. So around here would be 3 times the size of the pupil. How do I know that? I'm just imagining another circle in the middle. So that's basically twice the size, that's twice the size. So now at this point you just want to rub out the halfway line, rub out the halfway line and the side lines of the square, because we don't need those for the eye. We just needed them to draw an accurate shape for the right angle and the triangle. At this point, if you are at this stage, you can pretty much say that you can draw. All you have to do now is just go over the lines with another ink. So I changed mine to black now, so this means that we're really getting on to the drawing part. So using the generic shape that you made, you want to go over it like so. But for this, since it's a generic eye, generic human eye, when you come over these sharp corners, you want to curve around it rather than just going straight like that. So just follow the line again, and then you're at this corner, curve around it. You come around this corner, curve around it, this corner, curve around it like so. Then join up where you started from. Now you want to go over a circle, and go over your iris. And well done. You just drew your eye, which is very good. Now essentially at this point, there are no problems. You pretty much drawn an eye. It's all about details. So if you're wondering what details you should be drawing, that is fairly simple, because if you use our neocortex, go on Google and search up an eye, you can pretty much see what details you're actually missing. So if I open up my thing, so we're clearly missing the eyelashes, the eyebrow, the eyelids, the carbuncle, which is the pink flesh, and the light reflecting onto the eye, which makes the eye look a bit more alive. So if you remember those details and draw them onto your eye, that'll pretty much make your eye pretty good. So I'm going to draw an eyelid, upper eyelid. So all you're going to do is just draw a long curve on top of the eye like so. And on the bottom you do the same thing, long curve at the bottom. So these two is basically representing your eyelid. For the eyelashes, it's pretty simple. It's essentially a night tick, like so. But since this is a right eye, you want to do it the opposite way. So it doesn't really matter how long or how short it is, as long as it has eyelashes. So do on the bottom as well, night tick, but it's actually facing downwards now, so we're going down. And so it's up to you how much detail you want to remove. So I'm just going to remove these ones because they look pretty bad. Showing out this one. So at this stage, what you want to do now is just draw an eyebrow. So if you take a quarter of the square that you drew, and place it next to the carbuncle. So a quarter of the square is about this much, or even about this much, doesn't really matter. And go a half a square up. So draw a line to help it with that. Draw a line vertical, half a square of this. So if you place, imagine a half circle that you drew over here. So just about here. From here, draw a long curved line that just about a quarter goes goes off the knife, and then bring a long curve back, long line curve back to the vertical line. And then you just want to rub out the excess Gaia generic shape that you drew, because we don't need those. Yeah, there's carbuncle as well. So for carbuncle, you want to do the same thing. When you approach this area here, you want to curve around it. And from now, it's just about coloring. So pupil is always black, so it doesn't really matter. Paint that black, orange eye, maybe, and I don't know, blue eyebrows. And essentially, at this end, you pretty much have an eye. So well done. It will be just, if you want to make it more alive, add a little light on the eye just by drawing a circle, a white circle, so it looks a bit alive. And once you've done that, that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna fill this in pink for the carbuncle, and there you go, you drew an eye. So next up is the nose. For the nose, it's very, very simple. You want to draw an arrow going downwards. It doesn't no, yeah, it kind of does need to be accurate, but it's fine if it's not that accurate. So just make it equal, that's fine. So just to help me with that, just draw a triangle essentially. So I'm going to use a blue pen for that. So I'm going to draw a wide triangle facing downwards. Now what you want to do from here is do the same thing that you did with the eye when you approach the corners. You just want to curve it. So from this end, doesn't matter which way you start, as you come down towards the point, you want to curve, go all the way up here. And that's about it. Just rub out the blue line, the guideline that you made. And there you go. You have yourself a nose. That's a nose. And you might be wondering that how come that looks like a nose. Pretty much is, because if you go on to anime eyes, I mean anime nose, because anime drawings they have so much things missing to draw efficiently. To draw a nose, it's pretty much they make it really simple. So if you go here, I mean, look at this. This is essentially a vertical tick, and this is a semicolon. So essentially, this is pretty much a nose. It's quite a big nose compared the size to the eye. So if I just rub out this much, that's a nose, and it's almost a mouth as well. So that's the nose. So draw a triangle and then curve at the middle, and you'll pretty much make a nose. For the mouth, it's pretty easy. Draw a straight line, depending on what kind of shape you want. So if you're smiling, draw a curved line, essentially a smile. So I'm going to do a straight one. So do a straight line, and then you draw a letter M, a wide one, like two mountains on the top, and then draw a wide curved line, a bow, end of the bow. And grab your black pen, and pretty much you're going to draw over it. So draw over the guideline that you made. Yep, when you approach this corner, the sharp edges, just curve it, and then just draw over the curved line at the bottom, and there you have it. You have your mouth. So essentially, if you follow these steps and understand the basic shape that govern these drawings, you can pretty much accurately make a face. So now, if you're wondering what should I do for the left eye. Essentially the same thing, but just reverse.